Pak!
Ganda! Yung mga reigning queens yan, no? Green pa rin, no? Ay, natatak nga na green.
Ang ganda ng gawin ha. Ito talagang magaling gumawa.
Hello, Sam. Hello, Nicole. Happy birthday.
Dapat si Katrio na nag-interview sa kanya.
At ngayon siya lumaban eh, no? Diba ko lang?
Trio na. Si Pia kasi nasa Dubai.
Ang ginagawa. Ang lahat sila magkakakaram.
Hindi, yung... yung kay... Ano, siya gumaba.
Ano yung Miss Go? Kaya Intercontinental.
Ito talaga. Nilalo to eh.
Pero yung mga
Sa Pilipinas ginawa yan, di ba? Parang pangit kung napunta ka sa budget na hindi sikat na.
Very sikat niya yung ano yun, no? Grand.
Dahil kay Samantha. Nakakainis. Nakakainis. Siya talaga dapat yun, you know?
Alam, pag sa Thailand talaga ginaganap maganda.
Maganda yung mga damit, production, opening, no?
The official hair care partner of Binibining Pilipinas, Cream Silk. She will receive an ambassadorship contract with Cream Silk and 1-year supply of products.
Si ano yan? Masbate.
2021 is our Binibini from
17. 17 na.
19!
Batangas. Binibini 10, Maureen, Montagne.
Diba ka na lumapit ka?
Yung brown.
Ano hindi mo natin yung go?
Maganda yung gown niya, Min. Kakaiba.
Next up, we have our best in swimsuit. She will receive exclusive gifts from
25
BPCI,
or
and our best in
7.
swimsuit goes to Binibini.
Si Valenzuela yan, 7. Sure. 7.
25.
Binibini 7,
Oo
Meiji
nga.
Cruz from
Siya lang ang magaling sa swimsuit, dahil lahat malumanay. Gutom.
Lesson long gown.
Next is
Long
Mama
gown.
Mary.
Si Mama Mary. Ano naman
She will
sa 7
receive
ata yun?
exclusive gifts from BPCI. This year's best in long gown goes to Binibini.
Si Mama Mary.
O Masbate.
Yung una yun yung mga nag-Mama Mary.
Binibini 19, Gabrielle.
Tama ako?
Eastern Samar.
Tama ako, galing ko sa mga galing ko.
Ganda kasi nagawin niya, Pakso.
Oh, sorry.
As a part of the winner will have an Araneta City endorsement contract worth 500,000 pesos, and she is none other than Binibini.
500,000. Masbate.
2,000 lang.
100.
200?
Binibini 24, Francesca Taruk of Angeles, Pampanga.
Ano ba nalunan niya? Ano ito na?
Congratulations to present the awards for Miss Cream Silk.
Binibini Araneta.
Pilipinas Universe 2019.
Sabihin siya yung napili ng Araneta.
Maya mga sa bakala.
If you can speak to all Filipinos abroad, what are you most proud of as a Pinay, despite the grueling and difficult pandemic situation in the Philippines?
Yung tanong?
Hirap.
Celebrity guest panelist, Mr. Boy Abunda.
Kindly turn back to the screen to see your question.
Binibini, good evening. And this is your question. Ngayon, madalas natin narinig na it's okay not to be okay. My question is, when is it okay not to be okay? And when is it not okay to be not okay?
Bugtong na dahil.
You know, sometimes it's hard to move on, especially that if we lost our loved ones, when we're depressed, when we have anxiety, but most of all, when we want to move forward in life. You know, my favorite saying in movie Disney, Inside Out, is embrace your sadness, because in embracing your sadness, you will feel you will feel happiness afterwards. Thank you.
Hindi na sabi
Decided
ko
number
tanong.
15. Very, very sad.
Galingan mo na lang pek-pek. Number ano siya? 19?
In what ways can a female public servant or politician can be more effective than a male politician?
Well, I really understand that all of us are doing our best to give the best service to everyone. And I can say that men servants are very strong when it comes to making decisions. And with women, they are very passionate when it comes to the things that they are doing. And they're very sensitive with the feeling of the other people. And that's what makes women servants different from men.
Thank you, candidate number
Ako nakasawid.
Ang hirap kasi nung account ko.
Binibini 24.
Pinay ko ang Miss Universe.
Actually, ano yung binibini Pilipinas? Sa yung ano nila, mahirap mga tanong nila.
This launch is under Secretary Benito Perzon Jr.
Chairman of the board.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Here's the question. Given the pandemic situation now in the Philippines, should vaccination be a choice or a mandate?
Ganda yun. Madaling tanong.
Vaccination should be a choice.
Bakit?
And I still remember the days when we were all longing for vaccines to be created. And now that vaccines are available, we tend to get hesitated because we fear of the side effects. But I encourage everyone to choose to get vaccinated because this is the big step for us to move forward and to protect ourselves and our loved ones. Thank you.
Very well said. Thank you, Binibini 24.
Maganda yung sagot mo. Madali lang kasing tanong. Yung team black din, di ba?
Gumagalit ka sumagot.
Mr. Enrique.
Galit ka sumagot.
Good evening, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Hi. Your question is, what are your thoughts about romantic relationships which began and developed on social media during the pandemic lockdown?
Oh my gosh.
To be completely honest, there's nothing wrong with loving relationships that comes from social media because as we all know, we have harnessed the power of social media and this is something that we should celebrate because love knows no time, love knows no place. Even at social media, we can meet someone and we can be alone. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
There's nothing wrong with it.
I have chosen Miss Kylie Versosa.
Maganda ni ano, kamukha talaga niya si ano dahil, Rachel
Hello,
Peters.
Meiji. Hi, Miss Kylie.
My question is, these days, beauty queens are also considered as beauty athletes with all the training we undergo. What is your message of inspiration to all Filipino athletes who are competing in the forthcoming Olympics in Japan, given the pandemic situation?
Ano nagpadagdag si Bakang
As a candidate myself, I understand and I completely agree that we are like athletes because we are required to be disciplined. We are required to give our 100% passion and focus on whatever we will do. And to our athletes, I know that you are also waiting for this to happen again. And this will happen again in Japan and it's a good sign and it means that there's hope and we are going back to normal. Thank you.
Thank you so much, candidate number 7. And that concludes our first round of
Kamukha ko si Han.
Ano?
Si Han.
Kamukha mo? Sino number yun?
25.
But the ladies
Oo nga, wait mo nga.
despite the difficult question.
Pero mo kay Bro Bunda to eh.
So let's hold our remaining finalists.
Pero nagigigil ako sa sakti ko ni Nicole Cordobes.
Let's proceed with BINIBINING 23 from Albay, Jasmine Dimamulangan.
Pasok pala yan.
Oo, yun yung kamukha ko talaga.
Congresswoman Vilma Santos Marco.
I need to turn to your back to see the question.
Within the beginning, this is my question.
Gago filter
So
lang.
much has happened in the course of a year. When we emerge from this crisis, what positive change do you foresee?
Nakabaris filter ka naman po, Vilma Santos.
Saka ano siya.
Grabe filter mo lang ng ilong.
Positive that I have witnessed during the pandemic is how resilient and adaptable people are. We have been put through a lot the past year, but still we find ways to help one another and find
find ways to help.
Kumagalit
And at the end of
niya.
the day, as long
Tinatanong ka
as
lang.
we put our generosity and
Yung mga sabihin mo
charity
sa tapos,
first,
relax ka.
then together
Guilty na si mama.
and we can get through this crisis. Thank you. Thank you
Naman
very
yun
much,
din.
candidate number 23.
Pag si 17 magandang sagot, kanya na yan.
I hope that what I did inspired other women too to also help out one another, because the only way that we can survive and heal and recover through this pandemic is if we help one another. Thank you.
Love
Just a bit of time.
it!
Thank you so much,
Ganda
Binibining
ng sagot
One.
nga, kanya pinakamaganda.
Next up, we have
Ayan, bata.
Bata yan? Ilang taon na?
21. Ang kulit nila na marag mo.
my question. Hi, good evening, Patricia.
Hindi mo rin.
So my question for
Ganda
you
mo ko,
is,
no?
fake news, bashing, rants, and the like are abound on social media. Why do you think they should not be part of the new beautiful, even if they encourage social interactions on this platform?
Yan ang tanong
Social
din.
media is such a beautiful technology.
Saan ba nakuha yung tanong na Eliza?
But there is always limitation.
Hi, Honey
Yeah,
Grace
no.
Artesano.
Ngayon na.
Please pick your card.
Napakagago. Ay, parang hawak na Paolo.
Kaya nga, yan na. Kamukha.
Tingin natin ngayon.
My judge is Mr.
Putang
Joseph.
ina, kamukha nga.
Kumaingay yan.
I will be having a chance to ask God. It is why, but I know that everything happens for a reason. We may be facing pandemic right now, and there's so much uncertainty. But this revealed that every Filipino has a heart of a hero. So thank you, God, for everything, even though we're facing this pandemic. Thank you to all the Filipino heroes. Thank you.
Thank you, Honey.
Yun. Pasalamat lang siya.
May tinanong niya bakit daw, pero yung bakit na kasi na yun, alam na niya yung sagot kasi na lahat ng nangyayari may dahilan kung ba't nangyayari. Parang gano'n. Ayun na, baka na galingan mo.
My judge is Miss Pinky Webb.
Yes, okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Binibining number 17, Hannah Arnold.
Pwede, pero hindi ganun
Next
ka-strong,
up, we
pero okay
have
yung sagot.
Binibining number 10.
Yan, bakla. Pero mo sumagot yan.
Sino ba yan?
Si Maureen.
My judge is Secretary Benito Bendon Jr.
Benito.
Good evening.
And for me, it proved that together, community conquers all. Thank you.
Love it.
Thank you so much, Binibini. I have chosen celebrity guest panelist, Mr. Michael Cinco. Kindly turn to the screen to see your question.
Hello and good evening to you. Here's my question. How important are luxury items like that, clothes, jewelry for a woman when the national economy is down and struggling?
In life, we always find ourselves at a crossroad of choices. Women always have a choice whether to prioritize luxury items while we are facing a pandemic, and also we have a choice to embrace a concept of a new beautiful, which is responsive to the needs of the time, adaptive to the change of times. And I think I would choose to be that woman who understands the problems of the Philippines, the problems of my community, so that we would be able to uplift each other. And I would be that kind of woman who would comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable. Maayong gabi sa inyong tanan.
Gogo, siya ang pinakamagandang
Thank you
sagot.
to all of our finalists. You have shown grace
Ang
under
ganda ng sagot ni
enormous
Day.
pressure. And I wish you all the best, my pageant sisters.
Basta si mama. Ayun ang may kokoronahan.
All the rounds of sino ang makokoronahan. Malapit na!
Malapit na!
Ang cute ni ano, cute ni ano.
2020